Good morning, everyone. Well, I checked my comments this morning. I see a single racer posted one, and he said, "Humble, how much is it really to put in chrome on a set of wheels? I'd love to be able to do that, but I don't have Facebook, and I can't get the cool cars, and I don't want to go through all that bullshit." Well, he didn't say it, but you know him. He don't cuss. He's. I wish I could get to where I don't, but maybe someday. Well, in heaven I probably won't cuss, so eventually I won't. So here's the deal. So if I just put chrome on these wheels, like you see, we end up with this pewter aluminum nasty, which you gotta say to yourself, that's that's the best you can do. I am not all that into it. Well, I can understand it. If they were to be aluminum wheels, they don't even look like good aluminum wheels. They look like garbage. But that's neither here nor there. And compared to real skins that I've been seeing lately, mine looks a little humble, to be honest with you. But it's the best I could do under the circumstances. But that's here nor there.
Oh, wait a minute, Humble. Look at this nice chrome. This looks wonderful. How come we can't have chrome on the wheels like that?
Well, there's a few things standing in our way.
Yeah? And what happened to the nice trumpets?
Let's not start. Let's do one thing at a time. This is a gorgeous car, and it's very nice, and I would love nothing better than to do a car like this with the chrome wheels for a single racer. So let's take a look at what we're going to need. First of all, we're going to go to the wheel. We're going to use our index finger to select the wheel. Now this little palette over here on the side is going to tell us what it's made up out of. Okay, here is our material. It's called EXT Rim NM. Now that's what he is. If we go to the little balls, it's going to give us the KS Ambient, Kuno's Spectacular. It's going to tell us all the things that this wheel is supposed to have, and it's going to give us a list of textures. We're going to need RT Rim, RT NM, RT Rim Map 2, and Scratches 2. If it finds all these happy textures,
It's gonna be happy.
if it looks for the textures and can't find them,
It ain't gonna be happy.
so if we change it to common chrome, none of these things are going to show up. It's going to go to textures, common chrome, and none of this shit's going to be there. And we're going to look at the gorgeous chrome rims on a car that won't launch. Because if this EXT Rim NM can't find all this shit, it flips the F out and won't run.
Humble. Really?
Trust me. I started this project at 3:46 this morning. I just got up to take a leak, and the moon was shining, and I checked my comments, and I saw that Michael posted one. I thought, hell, I can do this in no time flat. Send him a car, have it to him today. In no time flat, he'll be happy as can be. And that's what I was looking for, to make him happy and have fun. I ran into some dudes and dudettes. You'd have no clue how much of a trouble that became. But we're going to walk through it and see what we can do. All right? This is the name of this tune. First of all, let's go to the shit pile. And we'll see what we got here. Let's put this out here on the table for a minute and take a look at it. All right, that's an entire car. Let's look at the textures folder. All right. We're going to try. So this is what we're doing. I'm glad I saved that, by the way. All right, these are just all the other skins that I'm not going to use. So we can flush this now. This is where we would begin. First things first. If we go to the car, which it's right here, Lotus 49. See, nobody's monkeyed with it. We open him up. We're going to see that we not only have the original KN5. I apologize that this isn't blown up big so you can see it. I could change the aspect ratio of, or the view, and you'd see it a lot. Maybe I'll do that anyway. All right, hang on. A few things we need to adjust if I'm going to do that. Let's go to settings. Let's go to Assetto Corsa. And I'm going to have to set my video down smaller. Hang on. Let me think of how to do it. It's been a little while. This is not something I want to monkey with because I just got it working good. So I don't want to F it up, that's for sure. Content Manager, General, Appearance. This is it. Scale UI. This I want to drag down to tiny. Okay? And I'll show you why in a minute. So let's just get out of here. Now we're going to change the NVIDIA control panel and give us 1080p so you guys can see what's going on. Because I want to do a nice job. So let's do that. And everything will get big on the screen. And that's why I'm going to need a smaller UI. See? Bingo! We're happy. Alright? Now let's get out of here. Alright, now, the desktop, we're not going to have everything happy like you think, but we're going to at least be able to see. Alright? Now, let's open this up and see, now we can actually see what the hell's going on. Now you can see that the Lotus 49 is our main KN5.
Why do we need all this, Humble?
I'm going to do my best to explain it to you if you'll stick with me. LOD means level of detail. Ask Jody, he'll tell you. There's 1 level, 2 levels, 3 levels, 3 levels of detail. Each one of these has to be copacetic with this one. In other words, if I change this and these don't get changed, we're screwed. So what we want to do is this. Okay? Let me get that a little bigger. That makes sense. Okay, here's the deal. We just opened up our textures folder, correct?
Correct.
So we know what we've got. Let's take a look at the flames. All right?
Do we have anything we can actually see?
No. All right. Let's go back one. Here's our materials. Now this is crap that I've tried desperately to fix in the editor.
We're at the wrong car, I think. None of that shit should be in there.
How could I be at the wrong car? I think there's only one, isn't there?
Oh, balls. Where are we?
I don't know. Hang on a minute. There is only one. I just put that in there just now. I thought. That shouldn't have that. See, there's no materials thing.
Where the hell did you get that from?
Fucked if I know.
See, the textures isn't even done yet.
Where the fuck was I?
I don't know, but that's a pisser, ain't it?
Oh. I was on the desktop. I was on this one here, I'll bet you. That's where I was. Guaranteed. Watch. Yeah, see, that's where I was. Grab this thing. Copy.
Well, actually, cut would be better.
Cut. Okay. Get out of there. Okay? We don't want to be in there. We want to be in this one. Lotus 49. Nobody's monkeyed with it ever. We want to paste this thing in there just like this. That's our CAN5 converter. If we open up our textures, they're virgin textures. Nobody's ever been in there before. We want to double click it, and that'll unpack all this stuff.
Press any key to exit.
Okay? Now if we look at our textures, we can see what we've got. This is, I know, single racer, please bear with me. You asked me what it was like to do Chrome. You probably didn't realize it's a little bit involved sometimes. Sometimes it's damn near impossible. Okay, let's take a look at our scratches. Scratches 2, scratches 3. Now if we look at the bastards, they're all numbered the same, so they appear to be the same type of thing. Now we're going to need this one. That's different. It's a 1024. We're going to need this one at 3. We're going to need that one. All these things we're going to need. Well, not the blur so much, but we got to have this one, this one, this one, this one, and that one. All right? Now let's not go apeshit. Worse than we already are. But these are things that we have to have in our textures folder, or it's not going to run. Now here's the thing that I was curious as to. What if we take those things, the names of them, like this? I'm going to try something, and you're going to watch, and we're going to see if it works, okay? I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try it. So we're going to need a new folder. All right, new folder. It's called Retexture. Retexture. Retextures. All right. See them? They're happy. Now watch this. We're going to come over here. We're going to go to another car. Doesn't really matter which one, because I use the same texture and so much stuff. Go for Chucks. Yeah, let's go to the Go for Chucks. Let's go to the texture, and what we're looking for is common chrome. See, it's only a 1 KB, but nevertheless, we're going to need it. So we're going to go copy. Okay. Now we're going to put the common chrome in the retextures file. Paste. As a matter of fact, now we're, see him, he's in there happy?
He's in there happy.
Come over here to our Lotus 49, the one that nobody's monkeyed with yet. Now we're going to go to the textures file, and we're going to put this in there. Paste. Okay, common chrome. Now what we're going to need to do is, I don't know if this will work, but I'm going to try it. We need to minimize this and come, well, I'm going to do it this way. Paste, paste, don't worry about it. Paste, and paste, okay? So we got 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're all the same. What we want to do is come up to here. Now, I wouldn't know to do this if I hadn't spent 4 hours on this job already. So I know we need this. So we're going to take the name, Control C. We're going to go to one, just go to the top one. It don't make any difference which one. We're going to rename that, Control V, all right? Bango. We know we need this. We need this sucker too. Rename, Control C. This is important, so try to pay attention. Rename, even though I don't know it's going to work. All right, we got the rim, we got this. We're going to need the maps. Control C. Rename. And we need scratches 2. Or 3. Oh, fuck. Well, hang on a minute. We can't go off half-cocked. We got to know which scratches we need. So let's go to find, get this to where I can find it again. Let's open this up. Let's go back to Drive. Now, see, we can see. I mean, it doesn't look that great, but I mean, at least I can. I'm not losing pieces and parts. I can see what the hell we're doing. That's why I made it the size I did. You know, it's only 1080p, so bear with me. I mean, it's not going to look fabulous. It's gonna at least work, but it's not going to look fabulous. So now what we want to do is we want to index finger click or left mouse click the wheel. This is what we need. These four things. Scratches too. Okay, that's what we needed to know. All right, now minimize this. Come over here to our textures. We need this name. Control C. All right. Our last of the common chromes is going to be renamed scratches. All right. So these are the physical things that are going to replace these things. All right. So now I need another folder called Real McCoy. You could name it anything you want to, but what we're going to do is we're going to open up Real McCoy. We're going to drag Scratches 2 off into the distance. This sucker's on its way. Grab this bastard. And I think it was bolted. No, it wasn't Blur. I know it was this sucker. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's make sure that they're the same as these. RT rim, NM whatever the fuck. This maps and scratches. All right. So now we're going to replace. Drag this bitch over a little bit. So I got some room. Scratches, rim, this, and this. Okay? We know that they're not the proper ones. They're all common chrome. All right? So we're going to try to buffalo the son of a bitch. That's what we're going to try to do. And see if we can end up with chrome out of the deal. Okay? So let's minimize this. Go back to here. We'll take a look. And what do we got?
Shitty looking garbage.
Okay? Which is exactly what I kind of expected. I didn't expect it was going to be wonderful, but I thought maybe there was hope. All right? So now what we have to do is just get out of here. But now we have to open up our 3D sim, whatever the fuck and wherever the fuck it is. We got to search for it. All right, let me get some of the shit to where I know what the fuck's going on here. I got all kinds of stuff thrown to the four winds, and I don't know where everything is anymore. But this is what we need. 3D Sim Add 3 shortcut. That's what we need. So the rest of it, we'll just have to sort it out later on. So let's double click this. It's going to say import. And now we're going to go to cars. And now we're going to wiggle waggle our way down to the Lotus 49. Okay? Now once we get there, what we're looking for is this. This is the main and the first KN5 model file. This is the main blueprint of the car. And it's 41,152 KBs. August 2nd of last year, which was probably when I had the computer rebuilt. Just say yes. There's our little car. Okay? Happy little guy with the creepy, nasty bullshit. All right? So here's what we do. We go to File. We're going to save this. Go back to Cars because we got to find the little kid. There he is right there. Now, we need a new folder called Materials, because we're going to put things in here. And the first thing we're going to put in here is this. Save. Store texture paths as relative. Yes. Okay? So far we're happy. Now, we don't have anything that's really chrome that's going to look good on the car at this stage of the game. So we have to import something that is chrome. So we go to import, and we go to content, and we come down to look inside, which is a place where it's a warehouse I store shit at. And then we got to go to the CUDA build with parts box, because we want the parts box. Now, this is what we want. 23, this is from that 1923 Ford, what do they call them little things? Well, the little hot rod looking thing, like American Graffiti. Well, this came from that. And the guy flipped out last year. Remember, he got pissed off because I didn't give him credit. Well, I forgot who you are, so you get credit as an unnamed dude. All right? But thank you. So we hit open, and now we got this little thing. All right? See it? We can wiggle it around a little bit. And you can't see it for shit because it's not 4K, which it should be, but it ain't. But it is, but we can't see it that way. So what we want to do, cut to the chase, we want to go to edit. We want to go to copy. Now we want to come out of here. We want to go to paste faces. And see the little guy sneak up right there? And then we got numbers and coordinates over here. Well, what we want to do is we want to change the pitch of the little guy so he swings up into place. Okay? Now, we can try to make sense out of this thing and make it look like it's supposed to by adjusting these numbers. The y-axis wings us back and forth, and that's pretty close right there. Actually, it should go forward just a wee bit, so if we maybe put a 2 here, we went the wrong direction. So what that shows us, all we need is probably an 18, and we'll be a lot happier. All right, there it is. And we can tell it's a different thing, and we can even highlight it or unhighlight it. See, now we can tell where it's going to go as far as be seen or not seen. But the truth of the matter is, we really don't care about seeing it ever. What we want to do is get the material from it. And in order to do that, you got to be a little bit careful, because if we hit the wrong button too soon, we're going to lock it right where it is, and we're not going to be able to get rid of it. So it's too wide. We want to come down to scale, and it's going to be this one. We're going to put a 9 here, and then we're going to change the 1 to a 0, which is going to make it not as wide, okay? Well, we're going to have to deal with this for the time being. It's just going to be there, but it's not showing inside the car, so it doesn't even seem to be. Well, don't worry about it. It's happy. So when we're happy with this, we got it to somewhere it's going to be halfway decent. We'll get rid of it later on, but right now we kind of got to be stuck with it. We take the right-hand mouse and we click it, and this is what's going to tell us the material is chrome. It's called chrome suspension for the material. We want to highlight that and come over here to this thing. Will say copy material. Yes. All right. Now that we've copied the material, we're going to go to our wheel. The material is EXTRIN NM. Remember? We're going to change the material. Now we've got ourselves beautiful chrome rims. Okay? Now if I wanted to remove this fucking thing here, I come down to Object, and I can't, because it doesn't let us anymore. I can see that, but I can't change the object. No matter how hard I try. I'm pretty sure I can't. No object. See, you can't. It's already, but as far as it's concerned, it's part and parcel with the car. So at this stage of the game, we've got our chrome rims. We should be happy as a mouse. Right? And we can't chrome anything else because it's a whole great big block, and there's very little you can do with it because of the way they did this. So when you get to the point where we can't do any more, which we're there, this thing right here ends editing, keeping changes, closes window. Okay? Now, at this stage of the game, we come over to File, and we go Load Materials. I'm going to load the materials in the materials box. Alright? Now I'm going to save materials in the materials box. That could have been a fuck up on my part the last time. Now we're going to go to Export Textures. And they're going to go where you would expect, Lotus 49 Textures. Okay? Don't worry. I put it in there. It'll find it the next time. Now we need a new KN5 file. See this right here? KN5 files. You could make it into other things, but for right now, we want an Assetto Corsa KN5. We got to name it something other than this, or it's going to overwrite the only one we got. So we're going to write single racer. Okay? Now we go back and highlight this so we get to where this is going to be. It's going to be inside here where we can find it. Hit save. Now, just give it a second or two. It probably doesn't need it, but it doesn't hurt either. Get out of here. Close this down. Now we come to here. That's a little bit of a struggle with the size of everything, but we're taking a look. And what did we find? Single racer, okay? Want to copy this, put it over on the desktop somewhere. Alright, see him? He's hiding right there. Now we want to take the real one. Bear with me, I'm used to this whole screen being different. This is the main one from way before. We want to take this out and we want to put it to the desktop and save it. Now we want to come down to the single racer one and rename it to be something that it can see, which is when we take that off of there, that's all it's looking for right there. Okay? Now when we come into our game, right here, let's put these where we can find them. There's the original and there's single racers. Okay? We need to know where they are. Open up this, our content manager, and now we go into the showroom and you will see gorgeous chrome wheels. They'd be more gorgeous in 4K, but you've got to admit that we now have chrome wheels. At this point, I'm sure Michael is dancing around the apartment or his flat or whatever the deal like a champion. I ask you, Michael, sit down for a moment because we don't know. The chances of this working are exceedingly small. I'm not going to get your hopes up. I would love nothing better than to have this work. Now, at this point, when we go back into the 3D editor, we can remove this because we'll be able to get to it then. We couldn't do it the last time. Okay? It looks great. You're happier than a mouse. You're ready to make another video. And I'm thanking you. I can hear you jumping up and down saying, "Oh, humble, you did it." Well, maybe. Here's the deal. Now we touch the wheel, remember? Oh, we gotta get to the right screen. We touch the wheel. What do we got? Our textures say TX Diffuse Common Chrome.
What happened to all those other ones, Humble?
Yeah, that's a real good fucking question. What happened to all those other ones, Humble? The other four? The other three?
Yeah.
Now we go to here, and if we go to replace, and we start looking, our shit's missing. We got rim blur and rim blur NM. That's it. That's all we got. All of them are missing. We don't have them anymore. They're gone. They fucking don't exist.
Well, if that don't suck.
Well, the suck part comes when we try to drive the car. And it won't work.
You're kidding me, Humble.
I wish I was kidding you. I wish nothing more than I could box this up and give it to you right now. I really wish I could. I tell you the truth, Michael, I wish I could. But it ain't going to run. It's going to pitch errors like a bastard. And if you wade through the errors and you do load the thing into the game, it's going to crash soon after, and it's just going to be a real fucking pisser. I would love nothing better than to tell you it's going to work.
Try it, Humble.
Okay, if you get unsuccessfully to this part and you end up where we're going to be in just a minute, I'll show you how to get out of that. It's trying to find out if all of its parts are in the proper order, and all of a sudden it goes, wait a minute, this is suspicious. We're missing 4 files. And it's looking for them, it's sniffing, it's hoping, and you get a black screen. Control, Alt, and Delete are going to be your next step. As soon as you open this manager, you're going to see a little thing saying error. We can't find this one for level of detail B, KN5, couldn't find it, couldn't set the texture. This one couldn't do it either. Alright. Didn't like that. Didn't like this. Didn't like that. This one wasn't too fucking happy either. But now, we'll let you take a look at the car in the game, but if you try to run it, the game will crash shortly thereafter because it's searching for all kinds of shit. Isn't it beautiful? It's beautiful, but all of a sudden, it's going to shit the bed, and it's going to lock up my computer, and I don't want to do that again today. I've done it enough times already.
So what do we do now, Humble?
Well,
get out the Vaseline.
No, that's probably not the answer to it. It ain't going to run. Hate to tell you, as much as I'd love to jump up and down with you, it ain't going to run. But we can go back into the Sim Ed deal, and we can import the little critter. This is the one we used. Remember, the other one was from August of last year. We're going to open this one up, and that'll get us back to where we were. All right? Now we got to make another one of these rascals, because every time you do, you gotta. And what this is going to called Bummer. However many M's you want to throw at it, it's still a bummer. Okay? Slap that in there. Sure, why not? Store anything you want to store. Now, if any of you guys have enough knowledge to help me fix this, please put it in the comments. Now we can take and get rid of this effing thing right here, because we can see that it's called Object 49 Lotus Racer. Single Racer. That's the name of this fucker right now. And we can hit this, bam, and it's gone. But we did retain all of our chrome. Okay? So if I come here and I go to material, oh, it still says EXT rim. Oh, it's happier than the pig and shit. That's what it thinks it is. And if I copied that and I went to our exhaust pipes and I clacked those fuckers, We just got fully chromed exhaust pipes. Yay! Ain't that cool as a motherfucker? Yeah, well, yes, it is.
How come these don't look chrome?
Because if you touch these and hit, you get all this stuff is hooked together. You see, Kunos really has some amazing people working there, and they really understand this shit. Inside, outside, all the way around, everybody loves it, and they like that, and that's the way they are. They understand it inside out, so they build them properly. Now, the rest of us who don't understand anywhere near what they do, or if anything at all, we don't know any of that shit. Mechanical parts. See, there's only, I mean, what can you do? It's all hooked together. All right. So what do we do?
We're pretty well fucked.
No, we're stuck doing it. We got to play in the baby pond before we learn how to swim in the ocean. These people are out there fucking catamaraning in the ocean all day, and that's where they live. So
We're fucked.
So we'll get out of here. Go back to fuck beam. Go back to export. We didn't really change anything, so we're just going to make a new KN5 file. All right, called pipe it. Pipe it. And we'll go up here and slap it in there. Okay? Everybody's happy?
No, you're bumming like a bastard.
Well, I'm right there with you, so we're in the same boat. Now, guess what we're looking for? Pipe it? Yeah, we are. And there it is right there. Copy. And because we don't have a lot of room, paste. All right, but now we don't need to save the original one. We can just boot that. We've already got it up above anyway. But this we need to change the name. Pipe it. Okay. Bam. Bam. And now we open up our content manager and we go to look at the new change we just made. Which you're going to jump up and down because it's going to look awesome having chrome pipes coming out of the machine. If I move this out of the way.
Oh, it does look great, Humble. It looks so much better.
Yeah, no shit. It does look so much better. I'll agree with you. It looks fucking awesome. Nice headers. Real nice headers. Gorgeous, as a matter of fact. But we got a little bit of an issue. Fucker won't launch.
Oh, that fucking blows.
Oh, yes, it does blow. Blows like the fucking wind. It's gonna pitch errors up the yin-yang. Now let's just, for shits and giggles, that's common Chrome. Alright. But, well, you know there is a saving grace to this whole fucking thing?
Yeah, I'd like to know what it is.
I figured you would. So come on over and I'll show you. What we're gonna do, gonna go back, open this up again. We're gonna import the little critter. Happy as a mouse. Notice he's got less shit than he had to start with. But we're going to open him up. There he is. Now we got to save it. And we're just going to call it your mammy. Just because we can. All right. Now.
Why would we call it your mammy?
Well, it's better than late for supper, I guess. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come over here. And we're going to...
Oh, fuck.
Are you shitting me? Ah, fuck. Are you shitting me? I can't get the fucking pipes? No, it's Geo chassis. Ah, what the fuck? Alright, what I wanted to do obviously was take the pipes off the son of a bitch and save them. But if I do, I was gonna... That's what we end up with, Geo chassis. So everything here is together. Geo chassis. Fuck, I can't get the pipes off the son of a bitch to save them. They would have been nice to use on something else, but we can't fucking do it, so we're fucked. Ah, that bites the bag. So this is the pisser of working with a Kuno's car that's a nosebleed fucking model that they definitely don't want you fucking with. As you end up not being able to fuck with it. No matter how you would like to, you can't, as it won't work. Or at least I don't know how to make it work. Again, if any one of you guys who watches this and knows how to make this work, please, please, for Michael's sake, the single racer, as well as mine, humble wombat slapper. Well, I shouldn't say that. I saw a wombat on Facebook today, and the thing was adorable. It was adorable. It played, it rambled, it was rolled around. It was fucking awesome. I wanted one, but I don't live where wombats are, and I don't know what they eat. And it looks like if it's shit, it would really do a job on you. So anyway, let's get out of here. We can't do anything with it, but we're not completely fucked.
What are you talking about, Humble?
All right, let's get out of here, and we're gonna reconnoiter because I'm gonna show you something. I'm not gonna let it be a complete waste of your time, more than it already has been. I apologize. Let's take these skins, this one and this one, or KN5s, and get rid of them. Unfortunately, we were screwed. But if we come over here and see this one, I hate to do it. There goes our progress. And I put the real one back in. And now we come down here to our showroom and we look at it. And what do we got? The very same thing we had before. All right. So far, we are really taking a lewd rogering. But we're not completely fucked. Just partially.
Well, no, we're fucked. Trust me, we are definitely fucked.
All right, we are.
We're fucked.
Okay. That sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah. Bet your fucking ass it sucks. Okay, what do we do now?
Well, in order to make the video, we have to pick a different car, one that we can actually fuck with. And see, here's that fucking thing right here. Take a look at this bastard. This is where we got those parts from.
So now the guy's really gonna flip out. This way.
Just simmer down, simmer down. Don't get excited. Relax. Don't let it bite you. See, this is the part of the car we were using the chrome from, right here. I don't remember your name, and if I did, I would say so. I don't deliberately avoid talking about you. I just don't know who the fuck you are. It's all. So get over it.
Alright, now he ought to be happy or really pissed. One of the two, but life will somehow progress.
Why this didn't get chromed is beyond me, but that's to each their own. So here's this little tea bucket.
The fuck it tea bucket, as I call it.
Anyway, this is where we got our materials from this thing, the 23 Ford, which on its own is interesting. And once you move shit around, it can be actually a lot of fun. Well, let me show you. All right, this is good. This will work fine because I know this fucking works. So let me just show you with this. This will work just as fine as not. Here's this fucking 2018 beautiful car. It's got gray piece of shit wheels that suck. I don't know why anybody would go through this much work to make the car beautiful and have the wheels suck, but it's to each their own. They like sucky wheels. That's their business.
So what do we got? Who is this asshole? And let's get on with it.
All right, now it'll wiggle. It wiggles. Okay, so here we are back to square friggin' one. What do? We got to have a texture to work with. So we go to import, content, look inside, CUDA parts box. There's that swinging unit right there. See him? Edit, copy, close, paste, faces. Bing! Now, we go up to yaw, as not y'all, and do a 1/8, and it'll swing the bitch around. Now we go and put the thing into position to the best of our ability. to where we get it to where it's almost happy. And the Z is what goes up and down, but it always moves in increments that are way the fuck too big. So if that's too much, you can probably figure if we put a 1 there, you might get a little closer, which is not bad, but we're still sending sparks. So we'll probably do a 0.8 and see what that does. That's not too bad. We can still see it. Now, have we got shit poking through inside and it's going to look obnoxious? That's something you need to take a look at before you get done and say, oh, I fucked that up. Okay, we're going to live with that. Right click it and come down to Material Chrome Suspension. Save that. Go to the inside of your wheels. Wait a minute. What was the name of that? That's blur. We want rim. It didn't do a fucking thing. Hang on a minute. Something went wrong. Material Chrome Suspension. Copy. What? Oh, it did do it. It did the outside. Alright, it did the outside. The fucking blur is the other part. Material rim blur. Now, that can be a real pisser, so you gotta be a little bit careful with that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the inside of this fucker. Material. Alright, we're gonna do it anyway, fuck it. Alright, so we got real chrome inside and out. Now, right here and now, we should probably say fuck it and be done. But we're going to go to the material here, chrome. And we're going to change everything that's shitty chrome to happy chrome. And you can even go inside the car, if you can get an eyeball on it, and try to find certain spots that will work. Now, just because you select it, you can take a look and see if, do I really want to do that color, or do I want to leave that alone, or what do you want to do with it? It gives you a chance to make up your mind, because anything highlighted in green is going to change. And you might not want to do that. Like, if we come to the top of this shifter, Windows, now there's all the details. All these things are going to turn to chrome. Do we want to do that? Yes. Okay. Boom. They just did. And if we unhighlight it, we'll see that they did. Now, okay, you wanted to learn how to do chrome, Michael. This is the way you can do it. But you got to have the right tools, and then you're on your way. But it's not for the faint of heart, because this may work, this may not work. We don't know for sure yet. Now, if we go to the front, we go to material, we can start looking at things we might or might not want to fucking chrome. Okay, so we're done with the chroming bullshit now. Alright, and I just fucked up the view, so reset the view. That's not that difficult. Now, are we happy with this? Do you want wider tires while we're here? This is the time to fuck with it. Now is the time. Alright, so how would we do that? We right click on it, go to object. We're not looking at the material, we want the object. Wheel, left rear. Okay? Bring it over here like this. Now, we want to make it wider. So we come down to the scale and we put a 3 there. Boom. We got this big fucking tire now that's standing way out too far past the fucking unit. So that's too big. So we go to 2, and that helps, but I like the other one better. At any event, what do we see? We got a really shitty angle, number 1. So where would we find the angle? We would find the angle right here. So what we want is a 0 here. We want a 0 here. Watch. Boom. See how nice that worked? That puts it right to where we want it. Now, we could stand to have it move in just a smidgen. So up here, instead of a 4, put a 2. Now it moved it in nice. Now, what you can do is you copy this, Control C. All right. Now we come over to the other one. Now what do we need to know? We need to know the pitch is 0, and we need to know that we increase the size 2. 2 little spots. So we come over here, bink. Now we could go right up here, but don't hit the minus part. Bring that in. Bring the roll to 0. And bring the scale to 2. All right. Now we got a happy ass end on our trough. But now what we want to do is we want to copy the entire part, Control C, and we want to make sure that the brakes and the suspension also corresponded. Now see suspension, watch this. See the 84, 9000? Watch this. Control V, put the suspension back where it belongs. Let's see if the disc did the same thing. No. Okay, so we want to come over to this one now. We want to move the suspension where it belongs. Suspension. Now remember, all we did was change it to 2. So to put that back where that belongs. Now that's only, you have to do that if you change the width or the positioning of the tires. Otherwise, we've got chrome on the car, and there is a possibility. Like if we check this thing right here, we go to Material Metal 1, we can make these chrome, because it remembered. Boom. And we got really nice chrome on the sides now to go along with that. So this car is really starting to come along nice. Alright? When we're happy with it, ends editing, keeps changes, closes window. Alrighty, now we got to go to export. We go to export the textures. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to file, we're going to save materials. We don't want it in the Lotus car. We want it in this little happy car. So all we do is come down to try to find it. It was a little bit of a pisser, wasn't it? But we want it to go in the right place, right in here. We want it to go in materials. Just hit save. Okay. Now we go to export textures. And of course, we're going to want to put them in the textures folder, but we want to make sure it's the right car, which it is. So hit yes, and it doesn't know it's in there yet, but when we make a new KN5 file, it'll know. Now we're going to make the new KN5 file, and we're going to make sure it's in this car, and we're going to call it Single Racer. Single Racers. Okay, save it. We're coming down the home stretch if everything works. Give it a second or two to gather its thoughts, and go ahead and close this out. Okay, close that out. Now, we come down to here. We open up the car. See Single Racers? We do. So what we want to do is copy this and paste it up here on the desktop. Okay? Now we want to yank this one out of there and place it on the desktop. Now we want to change the name of Single Racers. Oh fuck, I hope it, alright, just right to there. Always put an underscore so you have a pretty good idea what the original was, because most things don't stop with an underscore hanging in the breeze. Alright? Now we come to here. This is what it's looking like. Are we happy so far? We go to the showroom and we look at it. And now our car that was pretty cool before just got about 9 or 10 notches cooler real fast. And now we're starting to say, hey, this thing looks pretty fucking cool. And it does. And even our chrome fuck beam or whatever it is underneath the bottom, It don't look that obnoxious. It'd be nice if it had a rear end hanging down there, but it's not that big a deal.
Oh, it's showing out the back. It looks like shit.
Oh, just relax. Take it easy. Take it easy. Don't go nuts. The disc looks really fucking weird. I'll tell you that. But look at the interior.
I wish we had done these, Humble. They should be chrome also.
Well, I'll tell you what. Just for you, we're going to go back and do that. But wouldn't it be nice to find out if the fucking thing actually will even run right now?
That would be nice.
And what else we want to do is find out about the rim blur. All right, there's without the rim blur, there's with the rim blur, okay?
Those discs are not right. Something's wrong with them bastards. I can tell you right now, that is not right. They should not look like that.
Okay. Okay.
Will it run?
I have no fucking idea. I would say probably, but that's as close to anything I could get to for you is probably. So let's try it. Let's go and try to drive the car. If it launches fine, we'll make a couple of little edits and we'll be happy as a mouse. Like it or not. It launched. And the car is a good car. Fortunately. Alright, let's get in here. Turn the lights on. Alright, we got our chrome top knobbler. That looks horrible. That's a lot better. See, actually we could make it a little nicer than that. Oh, wrong direction. How's this one look? Good, okay. Now we're not going far because I want to get this video up. Oh, baby. Now, the brakes are really grabby, and if you think you're going to come off the line with this thing like you're a drag strip, I got news for you. Now, I'm not telling you this is a creepy, nasty mod by any stretch of the imagination. It's not. It's perfectly fine. But if we come right here if we're going to drag race this car, we have no adjustable turbo. Actually, it did a hell of a lot better than I thought. Okay. Whoa, the brakes are really nasty, though. The brakes are nasty. But aside from the brakes being nasty and grabby, but all that's, of course, adjustable. And how's it look? Where's the flames? Alright, we have no flames. There's a few other issues, but we're not trying to make a wonderful car out of this just yet. Or not at all today. Or probably ever. But let's take it back in. Race canceled. I figured that. Oh, what the fuck? How do I get out of here now? Okay. Close. Alright. Let's update the preview so we can see what we did to it. Okay. Now some of the skins look really, really nice. Again, we're only in 1080p, so no wonder things don't look 100% copacetic. Let's get out of there. Let's go back to the 3D SimEd. I'm sorry it's gotten to be such a long video. Dudes, I've started at 3 in the morning, so I'm 6 hours into this already. So just bear with me a little bit here. Give me a little bit of glide room. This is it right here. Let's get in there. You'll see the little critter in a second. There he is. Happy as a mouse. Maybe happier. Alright. There's a few little issues we're going to take care of without pissing around here. We're going to save this. This is where... Always come here and save it. Right here. Boom. Now look where it's going to save. Materials. Okay? Okay. Now watch. got it. Or get it, whatever. If you want to really, I don't know why I miss sometimes. I think I'm going to do it right and I don't. Okay, happy. So why did we come back? I'm going to show you. Give this thing a chance to gather its shit together because the last time I fucked with it, remember? Same thing as this. It takes a while to gather its shit together. But the less you fuck with it, the happier everybody's going to be. In a minute, it'll stop spinning and we'll be released to go in and play with the car, which is right now. So, you weren't crazy about this thing hanging under here? I wasn't really either. So we go to the object. We don't want to go to material. We go to the object and we just hit this. Boom, it's gone. Just like that. It doesn't exist anymore. It kind of looks kind of sad without it, but that's the deal. Now, you want to fix that fucking rim blur? Come on up here. Go to material. Window glass. Save it. Come down here to rim blur. Change it to glass. Bam, that's the end of that fucking bullshit. Now you got rid of that fucking whoremongering rim blur, and you'll be able to see the chrome real nice. Okay, now remember, just because we got rid of that other thing that was chrome, our wheels now are happy being named chrome as well. So if we come to the happy wheels and we go to material that says rim, we already know that they're chrome, so we can save that. And now when we come in, we can make that final adjustment with our steering wheel material, aluminum, and we whack that one, and now we got chrome inside there happy as a mouse. So that's where we wanted it, that's where we got it. Now, is there anything else you'd like to do while we're here? I wouldn't fuck with that little red thing because that's just enough to throw you a fucking error. But let's take a look at the end of this thing and see what we got. We got detail, plastic. You don't want to get, if you start going ape shit, you stand a chance of fucking something up. And as soon as you do, guess what? You're fucked. Well, that's pretty much it. Now, we might be able to do these little fucking wangly danglers, gloss blacks, but let's highlight that, and let's step away from the car. Hang on. You fucker. Hang on a minute. Go back to the gloss blacks. Okay, now if I didn't step back and see what all these gloss blacks are, I would have thought I'm just getting this thing and we're dandy. But all of a sudden, all this shit would have become chrome and it would be horrible. Absolutely not good. So you don't want to do that. And just because it's highlighted don't mean anything. We can get right out of there and be done with it, which we are. But I'm wondering about those fucking discs. Look nasty, but we're not going to fuck with them. But we can maybe. The hub could probably stand to be chrome. But we might lose our snake. We don't want to do that. Hang on a minute. Let's go right back to the glass. Let's save that glass. Now we'll come down to this rim blur deal. And we'll go ahead and make that glass. Okay. Don't worry about it. It'll be all right in the end. You think? I'm hoping. All right, now we should. Oh, I hope I didn't fuck the. I hope I did not fuck the headlights up, but we'll see soon enough. All right, I think we're done. So again, we solidify the deal by hitting that little button over there. We come over to export. We didn't add anything, so we don't have to worry about the textures. All we need is new KN5, and we can call it box it. Box it up. Okay, and make sure we know where we're going to put it. We're going to put it right in there. I'll save that. Give it a couple seconds. It doesn't probably need it, but we're going to anyway. And we're going to go ahead and come out of here. We're done now. And actually, we are done. We're going to save this one, copy, just in case. I mean, if something goes wrong, you can come back to it. If you don't have it, where are you coming back to? You're not coming back to anything. This one now we don't need because we already have one saved up on the desktop. And this one we need to change the name of so it'll actually see it. Okay? Now that we've gone over this a few times, guys, with different cars, you have a real good idea how to do Chrome. Or a better idea than you had to start out with. So it's a little involved, not terrible, but there's a few steps. Oh, fuck. And I don't know why it did that. This thing acts weirder than hell from time to time. Ford. Oh, where the fuck is it? Is it this? Yeah, it is, as a matter of fact. Okay, now let's take a peek at this kid now and see what we got. You'll notice one thing. When we come in, the wheels already look one hell of a lot better than they did. And the rim blur is on. So you take the rim blur off, they just pop even more. See, there's what they look like spinning with the rim blur on. You're just going to see just the chrome wheels. If you don't like that, don't do that step. But you take the rim blur off, and now you got a really pretty car. We got rid of the fuck beams underneath the bottom. Now, for me, of course, I would have gone ahead and put headers on and everything else and made it really, really nice. Now, let's get in the car just for a moment and move this off to the side. Come here, little guy, and take a look at what we got. Now, see, when I chromed this thing, everything chromed nice. It's really pretty. Now, downside to monkeying with the 3D editor, it changes the names sometimes of different lights, and they don't work anymore. So you go to hit lights, some things work, some things don't work, and don't let that scare you. What you have to do when you get to a situation where the lights or something doesn't work right, now these apparently, I get a little something, but notice you don't see anything lighting up anywhere else. 9 out of 10 they didn't go to that much effort, so you're not going to end up with that. But if you take the lights off and you go back one step to the skin area, come over here and you left mouse click something. Now see it highlight? This highlighted. Did anything else highlight? No, but this did. What's the name of it? Now, if you're going to change the texture, you're going to change it from the TX diffuse. If you're going to change turn the light on, you have to know what the light's name is. And this is the name of it. Geodor L sub 5 / geo underscore door L underscore sub 5. So all you do is you highlight it, Control C, and you've got the name. Okay? Now what's the name of this one? Now see all those highlight? This is a whole new name. Grid 36 or 8. What about this one here? Ooh, look at all those come on. Geo decals. Ah, how cool. All right, so now we're only 3 into it. What about these over here? Ah, that's the door deals. What about these down here? Those are geo decals. How cool. Well, what about... Oh, look, we can highlight all these. Yeah, geo seams. You could, all these things you can make. What about the top of that? Oh, look at that. That lit up. What about this? That lights up. What if I touch this? That lights up, and so do the door panels on the sides. Yay! How cool. Yeah, how cool. That's how you do lights, guys. So when we come out of the car, like this, now that we're outside the car, don't think we're completely fucked. Touch this. The Shelby lights up. Yay! The Super Snake. Actually, we can even get closer. We can light up just the Super Snake. How cool. What about inside here? Boom, we got him. And not only him, if I get closer to it where we can actually see the name? See the highlight? You can light it up. All these things you can make lights out of, if you're willing to take the time.
What about this, Humble?
Yeah, the whole thing or just parts and pieces of it. Now, this is the difference between a high-end mod and a low-end mod. This lights up.
How cool. What about the lights?
All the lights will light up. Touch them. Bing. There's the name of it right there. But did it do the other side? In this case, it did. What about this one? Touch that. It got both of those. Okay. So see how you could end up with 40 or 50 different lights in your light thing now? Each and every one of these. Boom. There's one. There's two. There's three. There's four. There's five. There's six. Six different things just in the headlights alone, not counting this one, that one, and that one.
Humble, how do we do this?
Well, I'm not going to take the time now because I'm tired of monkeying with this at the moment. I'm not pissy. I'm just tired of doing it right now. So I'm not going to do any more. It's time for me to get up and move around so I don't get carpal tunnel of the nutsack or something. So that's how you do it. So you come out of here, and you come out of here, and you go to your car's lights folder.
But we can't get to it, Humble.
Isn't that something? You can't get to your lights folder because there is no lights folder. Go lay down. Will you go here? I'm going to decaffeinate your ass. Pause protection. Indefinitely. Eat it.
Pardon me.
Okay. Half the time, I just yank the thing out the Ethernet cable, and I'm not even online anyway, so you don't have to worry about that.
But what do? You can't adjust the lights, Humble, when we can't get to the lights folder.
Well, what's the name of this? RT Ford Shelby SS. All right. Wherever you store, I store it in the documents. Assetto Corsa car tuner. If you don't have this, you might as well forget all about remodding cars to begin with. As a matter of fact, if Alex from the Extra Mile hadn't have early on in my time with YouTube done a video about this particular thing, Assetto Corsa car tuner, you wouldn't be talking to me right now. Open it up. Here's the application. Double click it. All right, now come on over here. Now it's obviously select the car. This is not good. I don't know. I can't get to the fucking thing. This is not good. Wait, maybe that. Oh, that worked. Okay, select the car. Oh, I just learned something. Was it this? I think it was. Okay. Once you've selected the car, all it needs is a name. Single racers. All right. Bango. Now, if it likes it, it'll put a name right there where you just saw it happen. Now, at this stage of the game, you could add different things as far as tuning it, make a all-wheel drive out of it just by doing this. You know, I'm going to do that because the thing didn't come off the line too fucking good. Just hit apply, and it changed a couple of things in there. And now that we've done that, we're happy as a mouse. We just get out of here. Ba-bango. Ba-bango. Now we come back to here, and we go down to Ford Mustang single racers right there. Choose that. There's our happy skin. Let's go to the showroom just to make sure it's the same car. It is. It's beautiful. Michael, you want one of these? I just made it for you. It's a really nice car too. And as you see, I didn't humbleize the piss out of it. It's just I don't think I did. It's only got 800 horse. Does it run? I would assume it runs. We can try it. But that isn't the object right now. The object is to come over here and to open it up, single racers, Now we've got a data folder. This is huge. Now, how about this? All of our stuff is there, including common Chrome. Very important. Materials, it'll have all the stuff in there for the 3D editor. That's all saved. And we go to data. Now we've got a few things we can do. This is the very beginning of where you start doing remodding. This is where I began, is with stuff that I actually could monkey with. I couldn't do the 3D. Okay? So you would come and take a look at the car. Oh, fuck. Hang on. I don't know what the fuck this is. Close window. I don't know why it didn't open with this. It did. Why doesn't it work? Oh, it's off the fucking screen. All right, well, I don't have enough real estate to do this. Unfortunately, I apologize. I didn't know that that was going to happen. Basically, I know it's going to do the same thing then with the other thing is lights. Is you would open the lights up and it's off the fucking screen. I don't know if I can get a hold of it. Oh, I do. I can get a hold of it. Okay. You can fetch it. So this is what you do. Holy shit, this thing ain't big enough, is it? Hang on. Bear with me. I'm not used to doing 1080p. So this is what it looks like. And this is the color. It always goes in red, green, and blue. Red, green, blue. Just remember that. Everything is built up out of the amounts of each of those three colors. So this is what we have. It ends at 10, I believe. 10 is the last one. Well, you knew in the headlights we did 6 right off the fucking get-go. There was 6 different parts just to the headlights, not to mention all the other stuff. So you're going to end up with like 30 or 40 different ones of these.
How do we get them, Humble?
Well, since we got 10, what I would do is I would come right to the top. Now, brake lights are called brakes, okay? They're specific to the brake. That doesn't mean that the lenses that are on the brakes can't be made into lights. It just means that as far as the brakes are concerned, when you hit the brakes or fuck with the brakes, this is what's going to happen. Some of them have colors off. That means this when you're not pressing the brake, does it work? Okay? So basically what we got light 0 to light 10. Watch. Bring it right down to the bottom. Okay? Control C. Highlight just to the edge of that and hit it twice on the backspace. 1, 2. Control V. Boom. Okay? Now, you've just fucked up every light that you have because none of them are going to work now because we got duplicates. But from 10 down, what you want to do is bing, bing, so you have a rough idea. And this one becomes 11. And this one becomes 12. And this one becomes 13. And onward through the fog. Okay, now hang on. I've got to get you this far because you can get into a lot of trouble if I don't show you just a little bit more. Just bear with me for a second. We are within 5 to 10 minutes at the most, and we're done with the video. Okay, just stick with me just a wee bit more. Listen, I got to take a leak anyway, so I'm moving at the fastest pace I can without pissing myself, and I just as soon avoid that. I'm old, but I ain't that old. Well, let's leave well enough alone. I'll put it to you that way. Okay, here's 19, and I'm clacking as fast as possible, so bear with me. There's 20, and there's 21. Okay? All right. Now, since you're going to rename these anyway, and you cannot have duplicate names, if we left all these names, none of your lights are going to work whatsoever. So what we have to do is you have to take out parts of the names. I don't care what part you take out, they can't be the same. That's all there is to it. You're going to replace them anyway. And it's highlighted where you just left off, so just take something out. Anything. It doesn't matter. But they can't have a legitimate name. That's all I can tell you. Just weasel some of this shit out of here. Doesn't make any sense. You're gonna fix it later anyway. There. Okay, now save it. And make sure there's not a whole shitload of them built up. Thanks, Jody. As they do from time to time. Now we've got 10 spots. Well, actually, yeah, we got 10, well, we got 11 because zero counts as a number. So we got 0 down to 10, which will work still because there's nothing else. It ends at 10. This starts at 11. This headlights par is not the same as headlights part 41. So everything that did work is going to still work. Now what you do is like I showed you, you go in and you highlight an area, you copy and paste the name of the thing, and you come back and put it in one of those slots that now doesn't do anything, but you have room now for. Okay, you understand? So that'll take you to the Chrome and now to how to put lights in your car. That should be a good video for today, which I didn't plan on making, but we did anyway. And now I can return myself to the NVIDIA control panel where I can get my native resolution back so I can actually see this fucking thing. Right there. And unlike Elizabeth Warren, this is a native. All right, beautiful. Now watch. Now we're happy. Bing! Crosby. Holy shit, have I got a lot of work to do. Well, speaking of a lot of work to do, let's get our fucking view back so we can actually see.
How the hell do we do that, Humble?
That's a good fucking question, ain't it? I've never seen it so fucking small. Okay, settings would probably be a place to start. And,
I can't see shit.
no, but you will in a minute. UI scale.
Bing! Bing! I'm happy again.
See, it's just a matter of a little bit of dicking around. Happy. Okay, everybody's good. Let's take one last look at the car in 4K so you can see it's a good car. And it is a good car. And there's nothing wrong with this car at all. This is a happy car. It's a beautiful car. It's the one that I made that nice GTR out of. I used this car as a base model for that. And if you want to see how it stacks up to Beto's work, well, you know, shit, hang on. I've got ahead of myself. I got to read. It says add a new car. Add a new car. So let's go to, I would assume Chevrolet. That's it right there. So, how does it stack? Well, take a look for yourself and get this thing out. This always finds a way to be right where you don't want it to be. Well, they're appropriate sized. That is a bigger car than you think. That is a wide car. And again, we've got beautiful chrome on the wheels. This is not behind anybody as far as chrome wheels are concerned, trust me. I wouldn't want to tell you that this car is going to come close to beating Beto's because I'll tell you right now, this is a fucking nice car.
How many times you gonna tell us?
Every time I see it, I'm going to tell you. It is a fucking sweetheart. Oh, and I did go back in and change one texture. Notice the steering wheel now is just leather, sort of leather. It's not carbon fiber anymore. Well, I did that because now this fucker is in the way again. I wanted the dashboard to be just black rather than carbon fiber. But it's so easy to change. That's just a simple thing. That the interiors, Michael, single racer, if you're still with me, are the easier part of it all, but you've got to have textures in order to do it. That's all there is to that. You have to physically have the textures, and you have to go online and fetch them. That's all there is to it. You have to go online and fetch textures. Just type in textures, 4K textures in your searcher, pardon me, and you will be able to fetch textures. And then you got to save them and put them in the folder. It's a little bit of work, but it's no big deal. Say gradient January. You can call them gradients. You can call them whatever you want to. They're either going to be PNGs or they're going to be JPEGs. Don't get into the bitmaps or something squirrely because you're going to have even more of a hard time trying to fuck with them. Now, I'm not running Windows 10, so I don't know what Windows 10 has for the editing software for fonts and stuff like that, but I've got Windows 7, 64-bit. And as far as just going to edit, you can look right in there. You can get to your sizes and see what the grain looks like. If there's any imperfections you want to fix, you can do that. It's really nice. It's a whole new mini game. So Assetto, as a matter of fact, see this funny looking brown looking horse shit right here? Would you believe that's the yellow from the Corvette? But it is. This is the base yellow for the Corvette that I used to do the interior work, and I got it right from the skin itself.
How did you do that, Humble?
All right, this is it. You guys are fucking hard pressing me with this bullshit, but I'm going to show you real quick. Are you ready for this? Then we're done. I'm not horseshitting yet. I really got to get going here. All right, what's this thing? That's a good question. Unpin that fucker. Okay. Now, speaking of good questions, we got to go back to the computer and walk the green mile. Bear with me. If this was a fucking mini game, everything's a mini game. Cars. All right, where's this great car that we're looking for? Fucking now I can't see worth a shit because everything's so tiny.
It's gotta be Chevrolet, old boy.
It is. Right here. Go to skins. Open this up. Body D is the skin itself. Copy it. Come over to your desktop. Paste it. Okay?
Well, what's that do for us, Humble?
Well, unless you have a DDS converter, it ain't going to do a damn thing for you. But if you do have a DDS converter, you can double click that thing, hit add, find body D, open it up, convert it. I did want to do that. You'll hear a noise, and now you'll go from having this file that doesn't mean a damn thing to you because you can't see the son of a bitch to one that you can see if you hit edit. Now here's what we've got. Now this opens up the whole skin so you can see what it is as a blueprint and how nice they did it, and it gives you the colors that you can work with. So every color you've got here is a color that you could make something inside the car out of. Like you could, like BZ SimWorks, you could put that somewhere on the car yourself doing a little artistic work. Now it takes time. It's none of it's, I mean, it ain't nosebleed, but it'll give you a rough idea of what real creators do. I mean, this is amazing shit. You don't just blast the color down across the boards and it all works. All this fits together. These people are brilliant. But all I did was I went in here like this. I went in here, I used this rectangle tool. Actually, I made it big enough so I could actually see what the hell was going on here. You want to pick something that doesn't have as many artifacts as you can, like this. Perfect case in point. Just come in here like this, grab something nice like that, and hit crop. Bango. Okay? Now once you've hit crop, you probably were as aware as I was that there was some color changes to this. See, there's spots that aren't exactly right. Well, how do you fix that? Go to the eyedropper tool, pick a spot that don't have the fucking shitty spots. Clack it with this finger, come over, clack it with the other one. So both of these are highlighted and they're the same color. Come over here, grab this thing again, start anywhere, select it, and hit delete. Do the same thing over here. Grab it, select it, hit delete. Boom. Any imperfections are now gone. Just like that. But you got to make sure you get right to the edges. Delete. Same thing. Start anywhere and get it all. Delete. Now, if I'm at 700%. I can't get any more than that. But you will not see a single artifact in there. At 800 times the natural size. Now, there's the size it really is. There is nothing. There is absolutely nothing to that. That is going to be the color that it is. Okay? So, now we go to this. And no, I don't want to save it. We'll keep it just like it was. But that's how you do that, guys. So I'm going to set my desktop back up, get this video up for you guys, and I hope it will be some kind of a help if you're willing to spend the time to watch it. So God bless you. Have a wonderful day. And if I seem pissy, forgive me. I just spent a little too more hours doing this, and I didn't come out with what I wanted to. I wanted to have Michael have his chrome wheels on that damn Lotus, and I couldn't do it. So I apologize, but hang in there, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye now.